Before the break, Ranbir Kapoor admits that he's grown detached from life and away from his family and urgently needs to renew the ties he cherishes most.
But me and my mother have, for some reason, just grown a little bit apart. The connect that we had, yes, she's one person who I love the most, and I'm sure she feels the same towards me. But I've just been too detached. I don't know why.
Ranbir, in an earlier interview, just taking off from what you said, here you were asked, isn't the money more important to you than why would you do a Pepsi commercial? And you said it's more of an emotional attachment.
Right.
That's emotional attachment
I'll tell you, sir.
to Pepsi.
I'll tell you, sir.
Is that what you meant?
Yes, I absolutely meant that. Not emotional attachment, but
you made it up because the Pepsi people would be happy.
No, not even that. Where I was coming from is that I think the reasons why I wanted to be an actor, Pepsi was a big part of that. Growing up, seeing Sachin Tendulkar, Shah Rukh Khan, Mr. Bachchan, and all these other famous football players doing Pepsi commercials, it kind of made me realize or made me understand that, okay, this spells stardom also. Being part of Pepsi. Pepsi is a beverage which I drink. I don't not drink it, but I want it because of money. When I signed with Pepsi, I didn't sign it for a large amount of money. I just wanted to be a part of Pepsi because I wanted to endorse Pepsi. I wanted to dance in Switzerland. I wanted a red sports car, and I just
you have a red sports car.
Yes, so I'm and I have danced in Switzerland, and I'm endorsing Pepsi. So I mean,
that's good.
The reasons why I wanted to be an actor was, these were the reasons.
There can be no doubt that the son of actors Rishi Kapoor and Neetu Singh and the grandson of Raj Kapoor had to bear the burden of high expectations. Though Savarya failed at the box office, Ranbir, a trained method actor from New York, has worked his family legacy fairly hard within a relatively short canvas of releases. From his portrayal of the exuberant but self-absorbed college student in Wake Up Sid, to the understated Harpreet Singh Bedi in Rocket Singh Salesman of the Year, a film he was applauded for but nosedived at the box office. In 2010, first with Prakash Jha's political thriller Rajniti, and then Ajab Prem Ki Gajab Kahani, both widely accepted, Ranbir cemented his position as a commercially viable solo hero and Bollywood's next big phenomenon. From salesman to rock star, Ranbir Kapoor has evolved into his strengths, much like the love-jilted musician he portrays in his soon-to-be-released film Rockstar. In this interview, the actor calls this movie his life's most intense moment, a film that left him emotionally bankrupt.
Expectations are high when a big actor's son debuts, the grandson of Raj Kapoor, son of Rishi Kapoor. When you did Savarya, it got some critical acclaim. It didn't make money. Bachna Hai Hasino, was that your second?
Yes.
Did it make a lot of money?
No, but it wasn't a big flop also.
It wasn't a flop, it wasn't a super hit, sort of established. But there were some people saying that is this going to be a Abhishek Bachchan kind of repeat? Are we going to see 15 films before a hit or something? I think you were also asked about that.
Yes.
Did you worry?
No, I didn't, sir. Because like I said, I'm here for the bigger picture, I know Bachna Hai Hasino was not a special film. Savarya was a disaster. It was even a critical disaster, actually. But the kind of love and support I got from the film industry, from the people, was a bit...
How do you gauge love and support?
Because I got opportunities. I got opportunities to work with
Is that because of you as an actor, or is it because of the Kapoor name that you carry? That, you see, look at it this way, Ranbir. Nobody wants a young Kapoor male actor to be unsuccessful. It is not possible.
Yeah, but at the
What?
same,
How much was it your name, and how much was it your
I
luck
think
or your ability?
it's everything sir, put together. I was at the right place at the right time. I got the correct opportunities, the kind of blessings that my family has garnered over the years. I think people, but at the same time, you have your detractors too. You know, those people who say, "Oh, he's born with a silver spoon." Ye to, star son hai. You know, so your success will not be that appreciated if you worked hard. Also, if you're a newcomer from not a film family, then probably people say, "Arey wah, he's superb." But I believe that after 3.5 years, I've been successful in getting rid of that star son tag. I think people now recognize me for my work. I have an individuality. I am growing as an actor, and I hope that I continue doing so. I don't have a chip on my shoulder. That I come from this family, so everything will be easy. I understand the kind of hard work it
Do you go
was.
into depression when a movie doesn't do well?
No, I'm very detached that way, sir. So far, I've been detached to my movies.
Anjana Anjani, which I thought was a nice movie. I mean, it wasn't a fantastic, outstanding
Right.
Oscar-winning movie.
Right.
It was a nice, fun movie,
Right.
but it didn't do very well. So, did you? How did you feel after that?
Uh, See, of course, you feel bad. It's not that you're like.
How long does it last?
It depends how attached you are to something. Like for example, with Rockstar, I've really given a lot to this
Yeah.
film. I think that relationship I've had with Imtiaz, especially, is something I want this film to do well for Imtiaz more than I wanted to do for myself because of that person that he is. He's a talent and he deserves it. And the amount of work and dedication he's put on this film, I would be really disappointed if it wasn't reciprocated by the audience. So I think,
I completely second that. I think Imtiaz is
right,
an outstanding director, and I
right.
think he's got a long way to
Yeah,
go.
and apart from just an outstanding director, sir, I think he's a great guy. And somebody who's really put in so much of heart, his own heart.
Yeah.
Somebody who's surrendered so much to a film. He deserves success. So I think I'll be disappointed if Rockstar doesn't do well. But like when Savriya was a disaster, I wasn't disappointed at all. Maybe it was the kind of process that we went through
You
it.
got a couple of debut awards, didn't you?
I got all the debut awards that year, sir.
You got all the debut
Yeah,
awards.
yeah.
So you must have been very happy.
Of course I was. Getting your first Filmfare award, you've practiced that umpteen times as a kid.
So what? You've got a red sports car.
I have a Filmfare award.
You've got a Filmfare award. Huh?
I've danced in Switzerland.
You've danced in Switzerland.
And I'm endorsing Pepsi.
You're endorsing Pepsi.
Right. And I'm
I'm not going to ask you how much you earn.
yes, and I play a rock star in my next
And you
movie.
play a rock star in your next.
So life's good.
What next?
Lots, sir. This is just the beginning. Like I said, I'm not really content with anything that I've achieved so far because it's by default. I've been given too much. I've been given more than I deserve. But right now it's time that I put in the work. Right now it's time that I really prove myself. I've been called this next big thing, next superstar.
Why next? You are the big
But I'm
thing,
not. I
aren't you?
guess the fact that people are calling me next is because I have not proved myself. Now, so I guess it's high time that I eradicate the next. And I'm either a superstar or I'm not. Because if this next keeps going on, there'll be a guy from behind who nobody knows who will just come and become the superstar. The industry is such. So I really have to work hard. I really have to kind of prove myself now.
How important is reviving the RK banner?
It's
The
important.
family name for you.
It's
I've
a-
asked your father that as well, and I know somewhere there must be a deep emotional connect. You see all these big cinema houses now producing banners. You want to produce
Well, I don't want to make it. I don't want to do like a conveyor belt production
Production
house where I
house.
just have to belt out 4 films and all. I want to do it if it's coming out from deep place of passion. If I have something to say, I want to direct movies. But like I said, RK Films was RK Films because of the kind of films my grandfather made. It represented a certain time in India. Those characters, they were relatable. They were moral issues that he made films on. I can't make those films because my moral issues and my society is so different from that. So it has to change. So there is not because I'm making a film for RK, it has to be of that kind, of that milieu. You have to say something that naturally comes out of you. If you have a story to tell, that's what's important. I don't have a story to tell yet. The day I have, I will revive it.
how genuine is the attention that you get now with big stars? I'm not talking only female attention. How genuine is the attention that you get? Because I found it very interesting where you say, I feel the need to connect once again. I feel the need to connect with my mother. I mean, I haven't heard any star say that. That's
See, sir, the thing is that because it's such a fickle industry that you're in, sometimes you just get so swayed away by what's happening. I'm not saying that it goes to your head, but you start living in a different world. You
Like?
start behaving differently. Sometimes that character you're playing, you start behaving like that in your real life. Your relationship patterns with certain people, there are uncanny similarities to what it is in the film. So you start losing, your
Sense.
touch with reality. What really means, what has meaning to life. Like spending time with your parents or the simplest things, the value of a simple thing. You start losing the value of it. Uh, but I think it's very important because that's the only reason where you'll have a reality check in life.
Do you tell yourself, because there are stories, the biggest of stars have the most crazy of personal lives, stories of excesses, drugs, debauchery, relationships. I mean, everything that is heard, and I'm sure all of it can't be fantasy,
Right.
about the lives of some of the big stars appears totally bizarre, Ranbir. Now, you're not even 30. How do you ensure that when you're an even bigger star than you are today, at 35, say, or at 40, that you will not go down that path?
I hope I don't, but
You
I
have to
guess
tell yourself that.
I'd not only tell yourself that, you have to surround yourself with the right people, with people who've been with you not just because you're a star, because यहाँ चढ़ते सूरज को सलाम करते हैं, but because these are the people you've grown up with. These are the people who not necessarily always have to talk about you. They have their own problems that they can share with you, and if you really can give them a solution about a problem that somebody is having with their son who's not in films, then you're in touch with reality. But if you really want to just talk about your stardom and about your films and about this woman who I slept with and that actress who's really hot, that's when you really lose life, I guess.
Yeah. About 3 years back, I think after your first film had been released, I saw you walk into an airport lounge in Delhi, and you walked in quietly with your sling bag, and you quietly went and sat in one sofa, and you were waiting, I presume, for your flight in Delhi, and you weren't instantly recognized, but then when people recognized you, they came to you. Today, you can't do that. So, can you?
I can, sir.
You can.
See, sir. You can do what
They'll say you're unassuming.
you can do whatever you want to do in life. You want to go walk on Lucknow streets, you can do that. People will come, they'll take your autograph, they'll take your picture, but you should feel good about it because it's actually a result of your work. If people don't recognize you, an actor really feels insecure.
Yeah.
And also, sir, I mean, this is a story which I've kind of mentioned before also. When I was a child, and I used to go out for family dinners with my parents. And if my father was too caught up in something, or if he was eating food, and some fans came to take his autograph or his picture, and he showed them, and he said, "No, I'm busy and all." I always looked at the fan's face, from childhood itself, and I always used to wonder, will this guy or this girl hate my father?
Yeah.
Will they watch my father's movies? So I kind of decided very early on that I will never deny any fan or any person for a photograph or a autograph because that's the least I can do. They are paying out of their pockets to see my movies, and if they want a picture and a autograph, it doesn't take much time. It's 2 minutes.
What's the most intense moment you've had?
Intense moment.
Intense moment either in life or on film that you can remember for me.
Describe intense, sir.
Intense as in something which has completely consumed you emotionally.
I think Rockstar, sir.
So
Rockstar,
tell me about that.
the character. I think the way Imtiaz, just to match up to the brilliance of Imtiaz, to kind of not disappoint him, to kind of be this person, to kind of go through the motions of this character, because this character becomes dark. This character suffers a heartbreak. If I don't have a reservoir of certain reference points which I can connect to feel this emotion, Imtiaz gave me a lot, from his life, for me to use as an actor, and I became really depressed after the movie. I don't know, because I emptied myself. Not that it was a depressing character, because I emptied myself and I felt empty. I felt a void. So I think that was the most intense I felt in my life, is playing this character.
Will we feel depressed after seeing Rockstar?
I hope not, because it doesn't. It's not meant to make you make you feel depressed. It's meant for you to feel love. And love can end in any way. But if you feel love, that's the success of a film.
So what's the let's end this interview with two images of Ranbir Kapoor. One, that sequence where you change shirts, I think computer graphics with 3 women shooting arrows at you.
That's responsible for my Casanova image. That film.
Oh, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's true.
And the other, the rock star of today. So which is the one that, and make a choice, which is the one which you want to cultivate as your image choice?
I want to keep changing, sir. I definitely don't want people to have an image of me so soon. I want to excel in every genre, and I want to be the best in every genre. And I hope that after Rockstar, my next film, which is Barfi, which is a comedic character. He's a chaplain kind of a character, chaplainesque. I hope people can, start relating to me with that character. So I guess with every character, I want to change my image. I don't want to be typecast in an image so soon.
Yeah. Ranbir, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for talking to me. Thank you.
जो भी मैं
You enjoyed?
कहना चाहूँ